Hey guys, it's Rebecca, and today I'm making my 1989 World Tour experience. So, on Saturday, August 8th, I went to Seattle to see the one and only Taylor Swift at CenturyLink Field. And I'm just going to start off by showing you what I got first. So, everything that I got came in this bag, and I love this bag. It's so cute. Yes. I got this shirt, and it just has the tour dates on the back. And Seattle's the bottom one on the left. Yeah. And then I got this glow baton. So, yeah. I love the packaging on this. And then I got the tour book. And I love this. It's so cool. And then in my last video, I showed you guys that I got these two bracelets in the package. But I gave my friend the pink one, and then I bought this one at the concert. So, yeah. And then the last thing I got was this keychain. Oh, this keychain, and I've really wanted this for a long time. So, yeah. Okay, now to my experience. So, we got there at about 1 o'clock, and we were trying to get to this Swiftie meetup that was at the Southwest Gate. And the security wasn't very informative, because they didn't tell us that that section that we were in was floor seats only, so we were standing in a line for 4 hours waiting, and we ended up having to leave to another line and get in the very back of that line. And so the whole goal was trying to get to Taylor Nation, and that didn't happen because the line was way too long, and we just didn't want to miss the opening acts, you know. So, but while we were waiting, we saw this up-and-coming country artist, and her name was Megs McLean, and we met her, and she gave us this autograph. So I thought that was pretty cool. So, yeah. And so, of course, once all this drama happened with the security thing before the doors opened, of course, we cried. Yeah, it was a lot of drama for about half an hour. Anyways, so we got into another line, and we tried to hurry up. You know, it took a while to get in since we were at the very back of the line, but we got in, and we went to the Xfinity booth, which was right next to Taylor Nation, and that barely had a line, so we just went to that one, and we got our picture taken, and this is the picture we got, and I love how it's photoshopped her in there, and it says, "I love you, Seattle." It's kind of hard to see that, but yeah. And before I go any further, I'd like to show what we wore in our signs. So, we had two signs. We had one that said "This Love," and then one that was a collage of Taven, and it was in the shape of a heart. So this is both of them lit up. So, yep. And then these were our costumes. This says "The monsters turned out to be just trees" on the shirt, and we made the tutus. My friend's aunt actually printed off the shirts for us, which was really sweet of her. And the back says "Swift in '89. So that was that. And that's just the "This Love" without the lights on. And then this was the Taven heart without the lights on. So yeah. So when, after we went to the Xfinity booth, we were going to try and get into the Keds line or the Diet Coke line, but the lines were still really long, so we were like, we wanted to see Shawn Mendes, so we headed up to our seats, and on our way up to our seats, a lady from Xfinity gave us this pin, so we got a pin. And so, we got to our seats, and we were in section 327, which was in the very back, and then up, and a little bit to the left. So I'm going to show you our view from where we were. So this was before Shawn Mendes came on, and not very many people were seated. It was just a lot of people were probably either in line or getting food or whatever. And so yeah, Shawn Mendes came on. he was amazing, and I recorded Stitches. Oh, that's probably my favorite song by him, and he's so interactive with the crowd. It was really good. So then Vance Joy came on, and he was really good too. And by the way, this whole time, we were the only ones standing within like 2 or 3 sections, so yeah, we stood out a little bit because we stood up, but we danced a little bit, and you know. So then during Vance Joy's song Georgia, I believe is what it's called, so about halfway through the song, somebody from our row says that somebody's at that very at the aisle of the row, and the lady comes up to me. She's like, "Come here," and she had an Xfinity and oh my gosh, an Xfinity shirt on, and I was like, "What the heck?" And she's like, "We really like your outfits and your signs," and she says, "Would you like floor seats?" And of course, I screamed yes, and oh my gosh, I started bawling my eyes out, my eyes out, and my friend couldn't really hear. And then I like looked over to her and I was like, "You want floor seats?" And she was like, "Yeah." And so we started crying, and then our whole section started clapping for us and like saying yay, and it was so exciting. Oh my gosh, and I was so excited because they actually gave us real tickets, because I mean, before, for other Taylor concerts and for this concert, we like printed it out on the computer, and she gave us like a real ticket. So it's floor 5, row 1, seats 9 and 10. And I didn't really look at where it was on the floor at first, because I was just like screaming and so excited. And then as we were walking down, I called my dad and I was like, "Dad, we got floor seats," and he said, what? He had no idea what I was saying, and he ended up not knowing until we told him after the concert. But so as we were walking, a lady saw me crying, and she's like, "Oh, it's okay, Taylor's gonna come on in a minute." And I said, "I know." Oh my gosh, it was so... And then another guy saw our signs. He's like, "Oh, I love your signs. They're so technical. You guys are going to be engineers and make a lot of money when you grow up." We just laughed. So we got down to the floor, or like down at the very bottom level, and we had to go get these wristbands so you can enter into the floor. And I was still kind of in shock and crying, and they're like, "Oh, what's wrong?" I was like, "Nothing. It was just like we just got floor seats," and they were congratulating us, and so that was nice. And oh yeah, this thing still works. Yeah, woo! I love this thing. Anyways, then we got onto the floor, and we were thinking, we didn't know where it was going to be on the floor. I didn't even look. I even had the seating arrangement thing on my phone, but I didn't even look at it. And so when we were wondering where the section was, we asked a lady, and she was showing us where to go. And oh my gosh, we kept getting closer and closer to the stage, and then we got up to where it was the row right behind the left pit. And we were like, oh my gosh, like we were so excited, and we started crying once we saw it, and we're like, basically the only thing separating us from the pit was the railing. So yeah, so that's what it was before, and then this was how close we were after. So those people standing are in the pit, and that is the railing, and that is the stage from our seats. So yeah, we were pretty close. I mean, we weren't right on the catwalk, but it was like she was right there. And then that was the screen. So oh my gosh, and then that's the stage before Welcome to New York. It says Broadway and then West 42nd Street. So oh my gosh, and Taylor came on, and she looked perfect, and Oh my gosh, she was right there, and I started crying, and I videotaped the whole thing. So like not the whole concert, but like from I videotaped Feel So Close, and Welcome to New York as like a little combined video. And so if you want me to post that video, I'd be glad to. So she came out, and as soon as she came out, I cried my eyes out, and that railing was my friend at the concert because everything she did, I had to hold on to the railing because I was gonna fall to the floor. So I basically died. Oh my gosh, I died dead. Oh my gosh. And then she brought on Fetty Wap to sing Trap Queen, and she was getting into it, and I was like, yes, Taylor, and I have the video for that too. I'm so glad. Oh my gosh. And then Russell Wilson and Sierra came out during Style, and that like made my day. Like I literally jumped up and down so hard when she said Russell Wilson. Like when she said the Seattle Seahawks quarterback, Russell Wilson, and I just flipped. Oh my gosh. So that was during Style. And then during Bad Blood, oh my gosh, Christian. Christian just like came up of the back of that glass thing, and then he did the thing where he's like, and it cracked me up because then Taylor looked behind her, and then she saw Christian doing it. She's like, so, and then I started crying the last 3 songs. Like I bawled my eyes out, you know, and the girl behind me was just like crying as well, and we just looked at each other. We're like, yeah, it's okay to cry at this. It's like, she's queen, you know, like, oh my gosh. And then Shake It Off was the last song, and once she danced her way underneath the stage, and that was it. And I'm not gonna see her for 2 more years, but, or more, I don't know, but I hope that she'll come to Seattle again, because I think she's gotten, well, before she was at Key Arena, and then Tacoma Dome, and now CenturyLink, so she's gotten to a bigger and bigger arenas every single time she's been to Seattle, so, yeah, I just wanted to, one last thing I wanted to say is thank you to Xfinity if they're watching, because I wouldn't have been able to experience that kind of excitement without you, like being that close to her. We could have never afforded those kind of seats because, you know, floor seats are very expensive, and, you know, we could only afford the top section. So thank you so much to them, and thank you guys for watching, and leave requests down below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And, oh, if you wanted me to post that video of us reacting to her coming out and the floor seat thing, I'll do so. So, yeah, and my Tumblr and Instagram is down below. It's Rebecca Ormisher 13. So, yeah, thank you, Taylor, for an amazing night, and I can't wait to see you again. So, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.